So if the guy you're seeing starts to pull back, he starts to become distant, he stops texting as much, maybe his texts become a bit more formal, and you feel like this relationship starts to get wobbly, it's on shaky ground, what do? Well, there was a beautiful comment that was posted recently that's got a lot of hidden clues inside that I want to share with you, and then we're going to unpack this, and I'll share with you the 3 main reasons that guys pull away and get distant, and most importantly, what you can do, 5 steps that you can do, no matter what the reason that he pulls away in, to position yourself for an amazing relationship. And so here's the comment that came in. Check this out. And this comes from Philly D. So Philly writes, the guy I was with for 13 months became distant both physically and emotionally over a couple of weeks. I asked him, are you okay? You seem to have a lot on your mind and feel distant. He denied there was anything wrong. I noticed his texts also became shorter and more formal. So I asked if we could talk, and I went to see him. I explained how I felt, and I asked him how he felt things were going. That's when he admitted that he didn't feel we could move any further into our relationship and broke things off. No big arguments, all very calm. So I've taken him at his word and not made any contact for 8 weeks. He's not made any contact either. So I guess he decided that he wasn't that into me after all. Such is life. I'm still hurting, but I have great friends and family. So I'm getting on with my life. I'm not turning into a wailing hermit for someone who doesn't reciprocate my feelings, and I'm keeping things in perspective. I'm widowed, so I've faced and come through worse things than being dumped. Philly D, I want to appreciate what you shared because there's so much good, there's so much value in how you're responding to this situation. And so we're going to be unpacking what it is that you said through the main reasons why men pull away. And so there's one piece to that comment that I question and wonder whether or not her assessment of it was really what was going on for him. The first reason that men pull away, just to give it to you straight, is that he's really just not that into you. Like he's decided this isn't what I want for my life. And so he pulls away, he acts distant, he doesn't really have the emotional maturity or the sophistication of words to describe and tell you to your face, look, I'm noticing my feelings dissipating, and so I'm really not wanting to pursue this anymore. But at the end of the day, he's really not into you. This, however, is the guy that doesn't spend a year with you and then decides he's just not that into you. There's a whole lot about you that he likes if he spent 13 months with you. So Philly D, it wasn't that, I guess he just isn't that into me. Usually it's this next reason. And this next reason isn't that, I just decided I don't like this person. It's, I love a ton about this person. No man is going to spend 13 months with somebody that he doesn't love, that there's not a whole bunch of good there. But what happens is they begin to assess and they say, wow, there's a whole bunch of good here. Is there enough here for this to be my person, my life partner, my wife, the person with whom I'm going to commit and share my life? And often if there's a gap, if there's some essential ingredient that's missing, that man is going to then pull away. And he says, you know what? There's a lot of good, but there's not enough good. And he's going to get cold feet and start to pull away. And so the woman who wrote this comment, what I want to celebrate is that she went direct to him. She asked him straight up, hey, I've noticed that you're pulled away. I've noticed what's going on. Tell me what's on your mind. And then he communicated. And it was all very mature, very calm, very upfront. And that was facilitated by her and the way that she approached him. There's one more reason, though, why men pull away. And this one is where a man will hit his own upper limits of intimacy, his own upper limits of emotional vulnerability. Our biochemistry, we have a certain set point to the amount of love that we're willing and make available in our life, the amount of love we're used to. Just like whatever room you're in right now, there's a temperature thermostat and it's set to whatever it is. Well, if it gets too hot in that room, the air conditioner kicks in and brings it down. Similarly, if in our lives we're used to a certain level of partnership, intimacy, commitment, every cell in your being is used to that. Well, if you get into a relationship where you think it might be the one, or you get into a relationship where you really crank up the partnership and intimacy, your brain and those experiences flood your whole body with a new set of biochemicals. Hormones flood your system. And what happens is your cells, every cell of your body becomes bathed in a new biochemical environment. And what'll happen is those cells begin to send signals to say, whoa, just like the air conditioner sensing it got real hot in here. Let's dial it down. Your cells will send signals saying, look, we need the old environment back. Like, we're not ready for this. We're not conditioned for this. And it'll send signals to the man to pull the brakes. And he'll start questioning the feelings. He'll start questioning himself. He'll start questioning the relationship. And this is where he'll have to, if he hasn't done his own work, to make space and make room. And frankly, it's not just men, it's all of us as human beings. If we haven't normalized a higher set point, this is where the rattle kicks in. And this is where it can be a challenge to actually lean into a relationship. People get scared, they pull back, they go avoidant. But there is something that you can do. It's something you can't, no one else can do it for you. You can do your own work and shift your emotional set point to make room for the love that you're calling in your life. Regardless of whether the guy just isn't that into you or whether he loves you, but there's just something missing where he doesn't feel like he can go the distance with you, or he's freaking out because he's hit his own upper limit. Regardless of that, what do you do in a relationship? Well, here's the cool part. Your plan for moving forward is the same in all three scenarios. And what this plan does is it perfectly positions you to either ground the relationship you're in so that you guys can continue to move forward, or get really clear that this isn't your guy, send him on his way so you can make room for the right guy. And so since we're talking about guys who ghost you or guys who pull back, I thought, let's actually put this content in an acronym, and we're going to use the word GHOST for this acronym. So what is the G in this plan? The G stands for go 30,000 feet, go higher level. And what this means is it can be really tempting to feel like you're immersing yourself in the drama and in the fear, and like the person you love is pulling away and everything starts to shake. In those moments, take a few deep breaths and imagine that you're lifting your awareness up, like 30,000 feet, where you can see yourself, you can see him, and you can see the distance out in front of you and behind you. The Dalai Lama calls this practice keeping the long view, because if you can keep a long enough view, every challenge that you're in becomes smaller, and every challenge that you're in actually has some form of good in it. There's something seeking to occur for you. So again, the G is go to the 30,000 foot mindset and remind yourself that this challenge isn't happening to you. It's actually happening for you, for the fulfillment of the relationship ultimately that you want. There is some good in this. And the job is to simply stay awake and aware to what that might be. And that puts you in a perfect mindset for the H in GHOST. The H stands for hold. And that means don't jump to conclusions, don't jump to assumptions, and definitely don't chase him. But hold, stay grounded. Instead of chase, attract. The version of you who knows it's all going to work out, who can see that 30,000 foot view, how does she feel if she knew it was all going to work out? She's going to feel peaceful. She's going to feel grounded. She's going to feel calm. That version of you is the most powerful version that you can come from in these interactions, because higher vibrations always transform lower vibrations. Love transforms hate, right? Peace transforms hecticness. And remember that you can witness what's going on without being washed in what's going on. You don't have to get sucked in to whatever drama he's going through. The O in GHOST stands for observe. And here's what it means. You're considering this guy as a life partner? Well, let's observe how he handles this challenging moment. This is a perfect opportunity for you to see his true character, his true emotional depth, his level of maturity. Because in a life partnership, you're going to deal with some tough stuff. The two of you are going to go through some stress, and you want to make sure that the person who is your partner, who's standing by your side, has the depth and strength and maturity to be able to handle and navigate those moments, who's able to communicate with you, be open with you, have these open conversations. If this guy ghosts you and won't talk to you, won't communicate well, needs his alone time, all of that stuff, that is a very good indicator. Wow, maybe he doesn't have everything that was on the list of things that you wanted in a life partner. So make sure you take the opportunity to observe and just watch how he's handling this moment. After you've observed the moment, the S stands for speak your experience of him. That means you want to go direct. Don't wait for him to come up and ask you. Don't pretend like everything's okay and just sweep it all under the carpet. When you notice things are off, bring it up. Don't worry about scaring him off. Like if you bring up, hey, I've noticed you're distant, you can't cause a man to become distant if from a place of groundedness and peacefulness, you say, hey, I'm noticing this behavior and I'm wondering what's going on for you, and letting him explain it. That's actually the most productive thing that you can do. And so you come to him and you literally share simply what you observe. You speak your experience of him. So you say, hey, I noticed that a few weeks ago, this was the pattern. We used to talk every day, or you were coming over and visiting. And over the last week, this is what's happened. And I'm just curious what your experience is. Have things changed at all? What's going on for you? I just love to learn. And then let him share. And when you give a man full permission to share, say, hey, I would love for you to be fully honest with me. What's going on for you? And you come from that place, he's going to tell you. You've created a safe environment. You've created a moment and an opportunity for him to share with you really what's going on. It's 95% of the time you're going to get right to the truth if you're able to have that conversation. And for those moments where he's not responsive, he doesn't want to have a conversation, or he's skirting the issue, just know this: no response is a response. So often we want closure, like we get ghosted and you're like, things were going so great, and then you just disappeared. What the hell? And it can, if we're not careful, really rattle us, right? Really make us question our ability to choose the right person. Well, know this: no response is a response. This person is responding that they're not the right person for you, that they don't even have what it takes to have an open, honest conversation. So if you have been ghosted and they're not responding, and you've reached out saying, hey, I'd love to chat with this, and there's no response, oh, that's the loudest response. How you're acting speaks so loudly, I can't even hear what it is you're saying. So it doesn't even matter if they would respond back and say, oh, I'm just being busy and this and that, because guess what? Their lack of response is the response in and of itself. And T, what's the T in this ghost plan? A plan to set you free, a plan to set things back on course. The T is, after you have gone 30,000 feet, after you've holed and really anchored this grounded space, after you've observed how he is, after you've spoken your experience of him, the T is tear into him. Just let him have it. Give him everything you've got. Just tear him a new one. No, I'm kidding. Okay, that's not the T. The T is tune into the truth. And here's the truth, I believe. The truth is that everything that's occurring right now is for you and for your greatest good. It's not in opposition. We don't live in a universe that works in opposition to our unfoldment, but really it's for us. And when we align our energy and perspective from that, we can see that, oh, wow, this can be instead of a barrier, a jumping off point to an even better situation. Because you're longing for love, that desire you have to share your life with somebody. I believe that energy doesn't even exist without it also being connected to your man's desire. Your longing is the echo of his desire for you. Those two things working together. Two things are going to happen when you follow this GHOST plan. Number one, it'll either bring you closer together, where he opens up and shares with you. Maybe he's hit that upper limit and you could support him in going through that. Or the second thing is you're going to clear the space, release him from your life so that you can actually call in the right guy to your life. And so I don't know how many guys it's going to take, but consider this possibility. What if I told you that you had to go on 21 more dates? You had to meet 21 more guys before you met the man for you, like your life partner. And that guy number 21 was it. How much importance and weight would you put on guys 1 through 20? Like none. If they ghosted you, you'd be excited actually. You'd be like, one guy closer to my man, one down, I'm getting to that 21. You'd be excited you wouldn't get rejected because you know you're moving forward. Well, here's the deal. None of us know what number it actually is going to be, but I do know this. There is a number. There's going to be that moment when you do meet your man and all things align and the two of you come together and you expand in love, in giving and receiving, and you create something amazing. So if a guy's pulling away or ghosting you, follow this ghost plan. Let it empower you and create something beautiful. And if you would love support in collapsing time, really learning more proven principles to make the whole process easier and more fun and faster, I highly encourage you. I'm going to put a link in the description for the Manifest Your Man program. We open up that class once a month. It's an amazing journey. It'll give you all the skill sets, tools, the mindsets to manifest your man way faster and easier than you can even imagine. So click the link, check that out, and know this: I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.